Rome Flynn!
What's happening?
What's good?
What's good with you?
Nothing
Chilling.
much. I'm excited to talk to you.
Likewise.
So first of all, I must say you are a November 25th baby, and I'm a November 28th. So I feel like we're kindred spirits right now.
What's your sign?
I'm a Sag.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Big
So,
Sag
you know,
energy.
I listen, when people talk about dating different signs, no one ever talks bad about us.
That's a fact.
But I will say this, that like December Sages are totally different than like November Sages. Would you agree?
They're on the cusp, right?
Yeah, but I think they're more like blunt. Like I think we have a little bit of a filter. A bit. Just a bit.
I think Sagittarius in general, kind of normally just say what's on their minds,
Yeah. But I don't know. I think there's a difference because some December Sagittarius get on my nerves. But anyway, beyond the point. First of all, welcome to the Lemonade Stand. I'm so glad that you are joining me. And before we start anything, I have to say congratulations on your Emmy. I know it was a while ago, but listen, we celebrate Black excellence by NT means here. Okay.
Do that. I appreciate that.
Okay, now I got to talk about this. You said on Twitter you need for people to stop manifesting for 2021 because look where manifesting for 2020 got us. Would you like to elaborate and tell people why we should stop manifesting?
Listen, y'all threw the universe out of whack. All right, y'all was manifesting. All y'all want to be millionaires. All y'all want to, get to the bag. And then, the universe was like, I'm shutting this shit down. Y'all doing too much. Everybody got to go home. Period.
No. Yeah, 2020 took us for a loop. It snatched my edges, honey. I barely got them back. barely. Okay, so listen, tonight is the finale of How to Get Away with Murder, but more historically, it's the last episode ever. Talk about the journey. You came in a little bit later, but just why you ain't tell me we had drinks? Because I would have.
Okay. Oh yeah, this.
Right.
I'm in the studio right now. I'm doing a Henny vibe today.
Okay, Henny vibe. I'm sorry, I threw you off. But tell everybody just about what it's like to be on such a historic show, work with Shonda Rhimes, and then just be a part of the magic.
It's been a dream for real.
Yeah.
To be, if I could say like where I would want to work, like my bad. And with a show like How to Get Away with Murder and an extension of ABC, an extension of Shondaland, just diversity, man. I think that, Shonda in general just kind of was just ahead of the curve on diversity in the shows that she's been able to kind of put out, for ABC and other, and now she's with Netflix. But I mean, shit, I'm humbled, man. I can't even believe I'm on the show. Every time I watch it, I'm like, damn.
That's me. That's
me.
No, congratulations. Shout out to you. But I want to jog back a little bit because, everyone knows you probably from The Bold and Beautiful and then How to Get Away with Murder. But I know a little bit about your story and what you come from in your humble beginnings. So let's talk about you growing up being in shelters. And obviously, people know you for your looks. But when I watch interviews or when I watch you on your lives or I just watch you interact with people, you have a very level head. Do you think that the coming from where you came from kind of kept you level headed of where you're at now?
Definitely kept me grounded. I feel fearless. I'm growing up and going through stuff like that at such a young age. I think that it just kind of groomed me to be ready for unpredictable circumstances and having to go through them and come out on the other end. So coming out here and going to LA and pursuing acting, it just kind of paled in comparison for everything else that I've been through.
Yeah.
So I wasn't afraid. I mean, I'll get nervous about things that I care about, but I'm not afraid, so I think that that's definitely a reason why.
Well, and that was going to be my follow-up question, I guess. Give advice to people about taking a leap of faith on yourself. When you moved to LA, you didn't have a car, you didn't have an acting job, you did not have anything, but you decided to take the leap and move out there. Talk to people about that process or how it was so easy for you to bet on yourself.
Yeah, I always bet on myself. Growing up, I had a lot of brothers and sisters. One of my brothers is watching right now, I think.
Hey, bro.
Shout out to Steve, man. That's my man right there.
Hey, Steve.
I think growing up in a huge household, you just kind of had to figure out your own way. If I was a single child or only child where I got a lot of attention, and I had my dad around. My mom's in this chat too. Mom, what are you doing?
Oh, Mom, I saw you with Beyonce, sis. Goals, Mom, goals.
She just popping in. You see, I can't say what I was gonna say. You know, I'm
No.
gonna say it. Look, at the end of the day, you know, I grew up with a big family, man, and we had to figure out our own individuality amongst each other. And I think had I been an only child, like it was planned, you know,
Right.
I'm just kidding, that wasn't planned. But you know, I would have. I don't know if I would have had the capability to withstand what stuff in life throws at you, you know, considering, you know, you get sheltered, you get more attention when you have both of your parents around.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's you don't really see it as a challenge. You know, I grew up not even knowing that I didn't have much, you know, so shout out to moms. I love you. I got you, girl.
Oh, that's so cute. Okay, and you know, we talk about the acting, but obviously you are sticking your foot out in the music industry right now. So we got to talk about Keep Me in Mind. Now, I'm not going to lie. When I heard the song, I thought it was a little slutty. I said,
Whoa. Hey, chill.
No, you chill. You literally just saying, I'm warming up the seat for when
That's
your
a
man
side
mess up.
nigga anthem. That's what that is. Okay, I had to speak for my fellas. You know, we go through this. All right, we go
What
through.
y'all go through? Please tell me.
This is what we go through, right? We all know somebody who's in a relationship with somebody that you feel like you can do better than, you know, and you, even if it's not me, but you could do better, you know, and that's what the song is about. You know, I'm speaking from that specific perspective, and that's why people rock with it, because whether or not you think it's not slutty, it's not like I'm gonna take your girl. It's more like me talking to her and saying, hey, remember me, I'm right in front of you. You know, that you probably can't like, you know, look outside your circumstance. A lot of times when we have shit going on in our lives, it's hard for us to see outside of that. You know, so our expectations and limitations are really due to how far we can see and things that we see around us. So sometimes that guy you with ain't right for you, and the one that is, you happen to be your neighbor, and I'm your neighbor. So I'm moving in next to all of y'all.
So how you gonna feel if your girl keeps somebody else in mind?
Well, you know, the thing is this. I gotta have a girl for that to happen. You feel me?
We're gonna get into that. Don't worry.
If my girl kept somebody else in mind, then, you know, that's just what I deserve. You feel me?
Okay.
Let me know.
Okay.
Let me know. Let me know.
Like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, accountability. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I love a man who says, I ain't doing right. Let me step up to the plate. Now,
let me know.
Okay. Can you give us any details? I know you're working on an EP. You're in the studio now, obviously, probably working on it. Is there any features we can expect? What can we expect as far as sound? Is it going to be similar to like this song and Brand New with the R&B vibes, child? Yes, that.
Yeah, I think it's like R&T vibes, like R&B and trap kind of.
Okay.
Like that's the vibe I'm doing. Like Keep Me in Mind. It's definitely along the lines of that perspective, you know,
I like it.
this EP, and kind of been focusing on that little space and just being in that bag right there. But yeah, as far as features goes, you know, I've been talking to a few people, man, and I'm working on it. You know, I'm waiting on the vocals to clear. You know.
Ooh. Okay, and are we going to expect that whether Corona continues or what?
It's coming whether Corona continues or not. Y'all gonna get this music.
Oh, we gonna get this?
Y'all gonna get this music.
All right, I like that energy. Now, tell me about some of your musical inspirations. Like when you kind of get in your bag, who are the people that you look to for inspiration?
Yeah, a few people. Yeah, I look at Chris Brown. I think that he's just like one of the most talented people of our generation.
Yeah,
you know,
for sure.
With singing, dancing, everything, and he's just a whole entertainer. I think I draw a lot from just his. I like how he, you know, his backgrounds and the way he's able to collab with so many different artists. Not everybody can do that.
Yeah,
not everybody can make a record with Lil Baby or which is somebody else I want to work with, or be able to cross over and not make it look forced. You know. Him and I think that the women in the R&B game really killing it right now.
Yeah, women in general, hip hop too.
Yeah, that too. I mean, we got 4, you know, black women right now in the first 1 and 2 spots, you know, on the Billboard. So
period.
That's unheard of right there. Shout out to them.
Yeah, man, it's legendary. It's a great time, I think, for women in general. Just like when you even think of like social justice, just the way that we're moving up in like any industry, not even just entertainment. It's just a great time for women to finally get fucking rights. Anyway, and speaking of collaborations and things that people you worked with Tyler Perry in a Medea family funeral. Now, talk to me about the process of doing a Tyler Perry movie, because when A Fall from Grace came out, obviously there was criticism about how quickly the productions were put together. So from your perspective as an actor, how do you adjust when you work on a production like that?
You have to be prepared. And I think that with Tyler, he generally gets actors who are able to bring more to the characters. And if you're not that kind of actor, or if you're not able to have that sort of mental focus, it could be tough. It could be hard on somebody that's not able to work as fast. I was working on soaps where we did like 40 pages a day. So at the same time, I was still filming, with Tyler on the show, and then we did the movie together. And yeah, he does shoot really fast. He shoots. The movie we shot together, we did it in 7 days.
It was hysterical too. It was a good movie.
But what people don't know is that I finished in 7 days. The whole cast did, but he ended up staying longer. Like, so he always prioritizes getting the actors out. Like he wants us to go do other stuff. Like, he's done that multiple times, and I can't think of any other set or production where you finish some shit early. It's always late. So, which is a really big part of the reason how I got on How to Get Away. I was already filming The Have and the Have-Nots at the time.
Right.
And they, I went through a whole bunch of stuff figuring out how I was going to send this tape in, because I was in Atlanta. And there was also a scheduling conflict that I was telling my team, like, if I end up getting this role, I'm gonna be real pissed off if I can't do it because of conflict stuff. Right. So coincidentally, we ended up finishing shooting early. When I was with Tyler, we finished like 2 weeks early. Wow. And then I went home. And then the very next day, I met with Pete Nowalk, who is, the creator, obviously, of How to Get Away with Murder, and the rest is history after that.
Wow. Yeah, so I got the privilege to go to How to Get Away with Murder set, and that was my first time ever being on a set. And let me just say, the craft services, amen. I was back there acting like a kid. Like, how do you not gain weight? Because listen, I was like, oh, this chips and this and. I
mean, they put a meal. They put they call it a hot snack. They put that shit out at least 3 or 4 times a day, and it's hefty meals, like real meals. And you just got to be mentally, focused to not do that. And I knew I was not always, but sometimes shirtless on the show. And y'all not about to have me looking crazy on Black Twitter. You know what I'm saying? So y'all ain't finna drag me. You feel me? So I was starving myself for y'all.
Okay. Okay. Because first of all,
well, I did it.
Now, Black Twitter has came for you. I have reached out to you.
They come for me. They come for me. Why they come for me? What I do?
They come for you. Listen, it's because you're cute. So you could have the problem to be ugly and then be came for that. Would you rather be ugly or cute?
I'd rather be ugly and talented. Well,
you're cute and talented. Look at God.
Hey, Bia, get out my live right now. You see Bia? Matter of fact, tell Bia I said, call me Bia, because we got to talk.
Okay, Bia.
We got to talk.
We need to talk.
I've been trying to get her on record, man.
Okay. No, Bia is dope, sis. You cover girl. That's it. That's it. You a vibe. Your time is up next. Be clear. Bia is everything. But speaking of being dragged, when you first put out, when you were promoting Keep Me in Mind, you had a moment where you had to let people know, okay, when I post a picture or do a TikTok, it's cute. Y'all show love. But when I put my single out,
crickets. You know what I'm saying?
So talk about, I guess, do you feel objectified? I mean, we all know you look good, but do you feel objectified by women?
It's one of those things where if I was a woman, I feel like it would be it'd be a bigger deal.
Oh yeah.
I don't feel objectified because whether or not people say good or bad things about me, it really doesn't. It doesn't sway my perspective on myself.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I get a lot of that. It's a gift and a curse. You know what I'm saying? Like, the thing is with me is that I don't have control over how I look. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
some people don't think I'm attractive. Some people think I look crazy. You know,
Right.
I've gotten both ends of the spectrum, but what I have control over is my career. And when people try to compare my career based on how I look, and you know, and try to say that that's how I got where I am, that's the shit that I can't get with, you know.
Yeah.
So when I did tweet out, what I said was, you know, basically along the lines is, you know, when I post my music, you know, y'all don't say much, but then when I post a selfie, you know, I like, it just weeds out the people who supporting you, for you, and the people that is that kind of just lust over who you are, who don't really care about who you are, and those are the fans I really don't care too much about, you know. So I never seen it. I never seen how people get upset because I'm trying to, as a black man, trying to create myself and reinvent myself, and Black Twitter, y'all gonna do me like that? Like, I do nothing but uplift everybody, you know. And that's my engineer. He said he out. He's sick of this shit.
Keep that mask on, brother. Okay.
Yeah, you see him?
Yeah.
You know, all I do is uplift people, man. But it's easy to tear somebody down when you're in a broken place. So I never take it personal. You know, all I tell people is to just give it a listen, man. It ain't no different than any other artist you listen to. Right. The only difference is you used to seeing me on TV, or some people think I'm just a nigga on Twitter. They just think I'm a Twitter nigga. I'm like, you know, like,
you got a whole Emmy. You better put some respect on wrong.
I just want people to do research. Do your research.
Period.
You know, the world's already tearing me down, tearing Black people down in general. Yeah. Like, you gotta uplift us, man, when we trying to recreate and do things. Because I guarantee you this, when I get in a position, and I've done this where I'm in a position in the acting space, but when I get in a position of power, music-wise, I'm gonna be bringing everybody up around me. You know what I mean? And that's what you want. That's how you shift the culture. That's how you change perspective. So when you see me doing that and other people trying to branch out and be more multifaceted, you know, you got to support them. You know, not that if you don't like the music, but give it an honest opportunity to change your mind about it. That's what it is.
Yeah, and with that being said, even with the way that Twitter does judge you, do you feel like it's Black people who critique you more than any other race or demographic?
I don't really pay attention to that per se. I don't know if they're Black or white. I don't go and research and see what demographics are.
Yeah.
But it just tells me that it's a trend. It's a trendy thing right now. You know, just like it's trendy for girls to slide in my DMs and say the same exact thing.
Which is what?
You know, right after another. It depends, you know, marry me, or, you know, that it's really a trend. Like, you know, it's with the trend. So in order to get likes and retweets, like, people will say anything. And they'll rather be sheeps than you know, be leaders. And
come on.
That is what it is. I can't do too much about that.
Yeah, well, on one hand, while Black Twitter will drag you, one thing they are gunning for is this live Hercules production that Disney is doing. Yeah. Everybody has your name in the hat. If Disney gives you a call, would you be our next Hercules?
Man, 100%. I'll leave here right now.
Period.
Music what? You know what I'm saying?
On the way. No, don't do that. Don't do that.
No, but seriously though. But that's the only way that's going to shift the culture.
Yeah.
So I try to tell people that I do these fan casts. Like, I've gotten a lot of those for Prince Naveen. Another thing like Princess and the Frog. Another one that I was getting was, you know, they're making the mermaid film. I think already done. People was throwing my name in there for that too. But really what that says is that people are ready to see a different version of these characters. You know, these characters were made, you know, 50 years ago, where we didn't have exclusive, you know, diversity between the characters that were being made back then. You know, so I think we needed an ethnic, you know, prince out there. You know, I know we got Aladdin, you know, but I'm saying, like, we need somebody to bridge the gap. You know, I feel like people are ready for that. And if they want me to come in and be Hercules, I promise you gonna love it. Because I'm gonna bring myself, you know, I'm gonna bring everything I've gone through with me. And the combination of work ethic that I have, you know, it only can lead to success. So will they do it? I don't know if they're ready for that, you know. But I'm here. They do.
Now listen. Now when you get in there, because we speaking things into existence right now, okay? So when you get in there, all I'm asking you, Rome, remember this conversation, is when they cast the muses, make sure they some Black women that sang. Make sure it's an Amber Riley.
Oh no. you know that's gonna be the movie. Literally is based on whoever's gonna be cast in those four roles. I think there's four of them, four roles, and whoever those women are going to be the ones that make this film go up here or down here. So it don't matter who's gonna be Hercules or who's gonna be the other character. People watch. Rememberable are those women that were singing in that. So we'll see.
Yeah, well, you just POP hold it down. We
yes,
after you. Okay, switching gears a little bit. I know you're a dad. Father's Day is coming up. You know, as you climb the ladder of success in your individual career, what is something really important that what's a lesson that you really want to incorporate in your daughter? Like, what's something really important just as a father that you're really trying to teach your daughter?
You know, just her individuality, creativeness, to be who she wants to be. I think early on, we really get accustomed to people telling us what we can and can't do. And I think there is a place for that. But as far as the schooling system goes, it really just kind of confines us to only think one way. When we go to school, you know, we're just accustomed to going to each grade, and then you get to college, and then we don't know anything about ourselves. You know, we know how to do specific jobs that won't ever help us become, you know, intellectually in a position where we could take care of our families beyond, you know, working under somebody. So that's what I preach, you know, to her, is to figure out, you know, at a young age. And I talk to her, you know, I don't, I have conversations with her, you know, and she's 5. So she's smarter than me already, you know, so I got to hit her with what's 2 + 2. And then she, you know, exactly.
Okay,
you know
Dad.
And then I'm back on top. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So that's how I get my leverage. But no, that's my baby right there, man.
Oh, and shout out to you, Black father, because we see headlines all day of Black men not taking care of their children. So we appreciate you, Mr. Flynn. Okay. 100%. All right, now we gotta dive in because, you know, everybody who's watching this obviously wants to know about your relationship status. We know you're single. But listen, I just have a question. You can act, you can sing, you look good. What's your toxic trait? What is it? What is it?
I'm froze.
No.
Screen froze.
No. What's your toxic trait? There's something about you.
Toxic trait.
What is it? What would most of your exes say?
I'm just fun. That's the thing. Look, I wouldn't say any toxic traits. I mean, you don't want to be with somebody that's straight laced. You don't want to be with somebody that's not going to challenge you in different ways.
I don't want a project either now.
Exactly. I mean, my thing is, I tend to think I know everything, which is Sagittarius. We think we know everything.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and we don't settle down. We're hard to tame.
True, but I know when I'm wrong too, though. And I think that it's just a growing process. I wouldn't say I have like toxic traits, but you know, I definitely don't live inside the confines of how society sees relationships anyway. You know, I think that we've been accustomed to multiple partners. Because it's not about that. It's just about whatever it is you want out of life. Like, I just preach that you demand them things. And for me, you know, I have my life set up in a way down to a science. You know, I micromanage as much as I can because so much of my life I don't have control over. Right. So when it comes to relationships and spending time with people, you know, I'm really easy to be around. But at the same time, I don't like to waste my time. You know what I mean? So that's why. You know, that's why you don't see me out here in these tabloids, like wrong with whoever. Even if I am, you ain't never gonna know. You know what I mean? Because I'm always on the low. You feel me? She's here right now.
Okay, so I got a game that I want to play. So back in what was 4? I don't even know what month it is. April, you tweeted that you wanted to be arguing with somebody's daughter. So I want to find out the qualifications of somebody's daughter. So I'm just basically gonna say, you know, somebody's daughter loves cheese, and if that's your description of somebody's daughter, you just let us know if that works for you. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So does somebody's daughter have plastic surgery?
I'm indifferent. I think you should do what you feel. I tend to like women who are natural. I don't really like But this is, like I said, it's really up to, I never put any pressure on any female that I'm
Listen, Rob, your answer is your answer.
But I'm telling you, I got to be careful how I word this.
No,
because,
you do.
Because I want to make sure people know that, I want to make sure that women know that you have the fortitude to do whatever it is you want. But I prefer you to be natural. I think that beauty is the way you are, so I'd like to see versions of that person like that first. And I like women with makeup too, who want to get surgery done and all of that. I'm all for, individuality, and hey, you want to get your forehead done, go do that shit. You know what I'm saying? I still kiss you right on it.
Okay, come on.
Huh.
Well, first of all, listen, you're in the lemonade stand. This is a different type of place, so we don't give a damn what people got to think. So you can be you, okay, my Sagittarius brother.
I'm me 100%.
We right here, okay? All right. Is somebody's daughter an introvert?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's fine. That's me, I think I probably would want somebody that was opposite of me, but I think both works. We could be going some quarantine shit. Even when quarantine done, we still quarantining,
Okay. All right.
I like that.
All right. Is somebody's daughter a good cook?
Yes. Somebody's daughter better know how to cook.
Your mama know how to cook, though.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So even if you don't know how to cook, I'll bring you around. So my mom will teach you.
Period. I like that, because some men be like, throw her out, she can't cook. But I like
that. Learn. I'm all about learning. You don't have to know everything right away. Okay. If you already know everything when I meet you, you have no use for me. I'm here to. I want to help bring them along and reveal things of themselves and help them grow. If I want to meet somebody that's already know everything about themselves, well, shit, that leaves no room for you to allow me to grow with you.
I like that. Okay. Is somebody's daughter in the entertainment industry?
It doesn't have to be. I mess with people in the entertainment industry, and on the outside. It don't really matter. But it does, in a way, you have to be able to at least understand what this business is like.
Yeah.
It's not normal.
Yeah.
You can't really base this kind of thing off past relationships if you've never been with somebody that works in this kind of business,
Yeah.
Especially somebody like me who always playing somebody's husband or boyfriend on TV, or, I'm working with. Yeah. So you got to allow, I think the biggest thing is that if I ever get close enough to somebody, is that to let them know that the world of me just being yours is it's non-existent. You got to be able to share me with everybody else, and not to say individually, but you got to be okay with people wanting to be around me and wanting to see me, and not get jealous about that. So that's another thing that could be hard to handle for some people.
A little tricky. Okay. Is somebody's daughter a woman that your mother does not like? Like, how much does your mom's influence matter to you in relationships? Sorry, Mom.
A lot. I mean, yeah, she got to like you for real. 100%. But if she don't like you, that means that I did something wrong, because she has such great judge of character. And I don't think I've ever been with a woman that my mom didn't like, because if I'm bringing them around, then she trusts me to bring somebody around that's, worth it.
That makes sense. That's dope. Okay. All right. Is somebody's daughter a Trump supporter?
What was that? I
Is
froze.
somebody's daughter a Trump supporter?
No. Hell no.
All right.
That's just what it is.
All right. Is somebody's daughter religious?
I'm not too focused on religion in a way. I mean, I believe in God, but I think that you do need to have a sense of enlightenment and spiritual guidance. You need to have something, because the thing is that what religion does is that it gives you something to believe in and gives you a code. I mean, it gives you a code to stick by. The people who don't have religion, they live by a different code. You know what I mean? So you need those things to balance you out, even if you don't believe in God or, allow whatever it is that you like and love, But it's important to have some sort of structured belief system, because that's the only thing we really can lean on when we're going through the shit we're going through.
Times like this. Yeah. You ain't lying. All right. Is somebody's daughter into open relationships?
I don't know. Let's ask her. Ain't nobody here. I'm fucking with you.
No, Blake.
No, I'm not. I mean, look, it depends. I think Open relationship, nah. Like, she can't go see nobody else. But she won't want to, though. That's the thing. Like, anybody that I feel like if I get close to, you won't want to be with nobody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, you won't want nobody else.
Wipe you down.
But it's good to have these conversations with somebody that you with, you know. I think that's the underlying reason why relationships fail, is that people harbor these things in and they don't become transparent about them. So open relationship, no. Like, will I tell you if I'm attracted to somebody else? Yeah, I will do that. I think that you need that transparency, you know, in order to really grow, because the world is changing, man. I mean, shit, we ain't jumping over brooms no more. I mean,
I'm still doing it at my wedding. Come on, Wakanda.
You gonna jump over a broom? You break some glass? You Jewish? You gonna step on some rice?
You know, it's like I grew up in Texas from deep south, and like, you know, my family, my mom picked cotton. Like, that's how country we grew up. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's just ritualistic for me to feel like I'm honoring my ancestors by doing that.
That's definitely fine. I think that's great. I'm just saying, like, in society in general.
Yes, I get what you're saying.
The dynamic of relationships are totally different than they were like 20 years ago.
Right.
You know, some people don't even identify with any gender at all, or identify with anything. So I am a person that would like to build some shit based on, you know, tangible things, like relationship wise. If we get close or something like that, you want to know how the person's thinking and feeling. That should determine everything else. Yeah, that's real. No, I get you on that. Okay. Now I gotta ask this because I am the president of the Plus Size People Association. Is somebody's daughter a big girl? Why not? Why not? I mean, come on, Rome. Why not? You know, come on. Everybody got somebody in their family that's big. That don't bother me at all. Come on, talk about it. Come on. All right. Now this is my last one. Is somebody's daughter me? No, I'm playing. I'm playing. You different. Listen, we like to have a good time at the lemonade stand. I'm just saying. I'm just fucking with you. Well, I appreciate it. That was fun. Thank you. I'm glad. And you know what's crazy? So I had DM'd you like maybe 2 weeks ago trying to talk to you, and we got lost in translation. Like, you responded, but I get your DM. Say? You said, yeah, let's do it. Oh, okay, good. But it's fine. It worked out. We here, right? You see how manifestation works? I be having a lot going on, man. I know, and I'm not judging you because I get your lifestyle. So I appreciate you taking out your time. Again, How to Get Away with Murder comes on tonight, the season finale, but the last episode ever. Yeah. I got to shout out my cousin because she is an avid How to Get Away with Murder fan, and she's trying to figure out what Gabriel and Michaela, how they gonna feel once, you know, you confront her about killing your daddy. So sorry, I don't know if y'all know that, but well, he did this past episode. They had their kind of conversation. Well, right. Well, so listen, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not as strong on How to Get Away with Murder, honey, but I did my other research. Amen. Praise the Lord. Okay. Praise the Lord. But no, Rome. Thank you so much. Make sure y'all follow him on social media. I'm sure all of y'all do in this chat. But it was amazing to talk to you, and I'm super proud of you. I really like your energy. I like what you bring to the industry. Even just doing research about you, your aura and light is different. It's a lot of people you meet in the industry as a radio personality who have a big head, not even because they look as good as you, but just because maybe they had one song that played on the radio. So it's nice to, it's refreshing to talk to you and know that you're not caught up in the world around you, if that makes sense. The hype, definitely not. Yeah. Definitely, I appreciate that. Yeah, so listen, keep in touch. Congratulations on being on an amazing show. Congratulations on your Emmy. We rooting for you, brother. When you Hercules, play this interview back like Megan Thee Stallion played back her Beyonce, you know, situation. Play this back, Hercules. Let's do it. Let's do it. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. Thank you for joining the Lemonade Stand, Rome. Thank you. I had a great time. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Be safe. You too. How do you not be a thought when the man looks so good? Now I can say it because it's gone. But y'all, make sure y'all follow me on social media at Leah A. Henry. Because hoocha, that's a snack. Anyway, I'm out. Grab a cup, throw it back, and sip on all of that. Leah's Lemonade out, y'all.